What is a USD stage? Let's break it down. Okay, so for this first video on what a stage is, I'm going to start off super simple. And I've gone to the NVIDIA Omniverse USD documentation, and I've just highlighted the one line that I think encapsulates the main concept of a stage to me. So a stage provides an interface to load, edit, and save USD data. So when we talk about interface, not a visual one, but in code. And I'm going to show you 4 methods on the stage object that I think will explain to you exactly what a stage is, and we're going to see them in action. So we're going to do stage.CreateNew, which will create a new file path, and stage.ExportToString, which will show us in the terminal what's currently in the stage. Then we'll do stage.Save, which will save the current changes we've made to the stage, and that'll be saved to file. And then stage.Open, and that will open a particular file into the stage. Now there are lots of other methods, but that'll be for later. So let's jump in and actually do this. So what I've set up here is a terminal on the left, and we've got VS Code on the right. Now I'm just opening up a temporary USDA file so we can get to the USD view and get to the terminal so we can get to the interactive terminal. So we can see an empty USD view is opened, and the important thing here is we want to get to the interpreter. So let's go to our interpreter. So we're going to declare a file path, which is within the subfolder 0 to 100 _ stage. What is a stage.usda? And we can see here's the folder. It's empty at the moment. So we define that string. And now we're going to get practice with our very first method on the stage object, which is create new. And as we do that, we can see a new USDA file has been created. Let's click into there and see what it has. So right now it's empty, except for at the top, the specification that it's USDA1. Now we're going to use our second stage method, which is export to string, and that's just going to show us what's currently in the stage. So we're going to say print stage export to string, and we're going to see it is still empty. It's just this USDA and a bit of metadata. Now we are going to define a cube within the stage. So we're going to run this command UsdGeom.Cube.Define, and we will specify our stage we want it to be defined in, and it's going to be called cube. And as we do that, it acknowledges that it's created the cube. Now if we rerun our print stage export to string, we're going to see it now contains not just the specification for USDA, but it contains a definition of the cube we just created. But our USDA file still does not have that because we haven't saved it yet. So let's run our next command. Stage.Save. And as we do that, we can see the USDA file has been updated to show the definition of a cube. So going back to our definition of what a stage is, we have done 2 things. We've edited a stage and we've saved a stage. Now let's go and look and see what our USD file looks like in the renderer. To do that, in the terminal, we're just going to run USDView, and then we're going to put a path to this file we just created. And we can see USDView has opened, and let's zoom out a bit, and we see there is our lovely cube. Now we want to look at our last command that we haven't run, which is stage.Open. So we're going to open the interpreter again. And we will define our file path again so we can use it. And we're now going to run our command stage equals stage.Open. Excuse the typo. I need to say Usd.Stage.Open. And once again, let's print stage.ExportToString, and we'll see what we had there before, which is exactly the same, which means we have successfully opened that file. And then just to do another little edit for fun, we're going to create a second prim in there, which will be a sphere. And let's see that that is now displaying print stage export to string, and we can see we have a cube and a sphere. And as soon as we put stage.save, we'll see it in our actual USDA file. There we go. It's showing in our USDA file now. And if we want to see what that looks like in the renderer, let's close USD view and reload it with our same file. And whereas on the left we only had a cube, we now have a cube and a sphere. Now, because they're in the exact same space, they're both at 0, they are overlapping each other. So let's just hide the cube and we can see there our sphere is showing. Now going back to the interpreter, if we want to see the current stage that we've loaded based on the file we've loaded, we can say USDView API.Stage, and we will get access to that same stage. Now, let's not worry too much about that. There will be a further lesson where I go into the details of how USDView works, but just wanted to mention it here. And then as I mentioned before, there are a lot of methods on the stage object. I've just shown you 4 that I think will give you an idea of what it is. But if we want to see all the methods, we'll push stage dot and then tab. And we can see there are many, many methods here. We won't explain them in this tutorial, but later on we'll get to some of those other methods. Now the USD GUI reflects what's in the stage, but it is not the stage itself. So on the left, it'll show the hierarchy and the structure of what's in the stage. And on the right, the renderer will display what's in the stage. But these two are not the stage. They are just reflecting what's in the stage. Okay, so I hope you understand a little bit more of what a stage is. And if you enjoyed this, please like or subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.